All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. I greatly appreciate it. It's always good to talk to student athletes across, obviously the Carolinas here, and I think when expressing interest to come on, and I think your story is really unique. I think it's obviously getting to obviously I see what's on stats, but that doesn't tell the whole story of everything you have going on for yourself. Um, but yeah, man. Aside from running, I always like to start these things off, kind of getting to know you a little bit more. What kind of hobbies do you do just outside the sport?
Draw, I draw city landscapes, playing the bass guitar, reading the Bible, also reading comedy books.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I haven't heard anybody, I haven't heard anybody say drawing before, which is kind of unique because I feel like you would think a lot more people kind of are into, like art stuff like that. Um, a few people in like choir, singing, but art, landscapes, that's pretty cool. Um, how'd you get started in running, man? Like your journey starts from what I could see, like really young.
So, alright. Uh, so where did I start running?
Yeah.
Started running when I was when I was like in elementary school, like mid elementary school. I started
Yeah, and
I started off track, and then in middle school I go into cross country.
yeah, and was it from like a family friend? Was it your dad that kind of got you into running, or was it just something you kind of picked up?
That's what it's something I wanted to do.
It was just, oh wow, okay, yeah, that's cool. I think that's kind of a first too. I think when you look at, I think everybody has a unique experience and how they do the sport and how they kind of start off in the sport. Um, Most people kind of have somebody who who kind of gets them into you. So it's cool. You just kind of not many people are attracted to the sport of running because it is like, that saying of our sport is everybody's kind of punishment. So to want to do it on your own is pretty cool. Now I want to start off with cross country last season. PR 1644 at Starlight.
Yes, sir.
When you were running that, did you notice you were running a fast time, like this was going to be the race to PR, or you were just like laser focused in on the run?
I was focusing on the run, and I did want to run a PR.
Yeah, and like during the race, do you hear your dad yelling at you, or like your friends, family? Like, do you hear them chanting your name or anything, or again, are you kind of just like you're focused in on the run and like that's kind of it?
I do hear my dad yelling at me.
Yeah. Is it encouraging, or is it
Very very encouraging.
very encouraging? Yeah, I think there's so many times where you can be running and you almost block it out in a way. Um, so to have somebody that you can actually hear, I think especially somebody important to you, plays a really big role in that. You also ran Foot Locker South, and you've gone to Foot Locker South multiple times. I'm assuming you like the race, you like the experience of it. You like running there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I that's where my PR is actually at McAlpine, that course, and I've always found that. I actually ran there yesterday too. Love that course. Um, Now, prior to last season for cross country, you ran 436 in the 1600. Going into cross country, what were some of the expectations for the season? Because that is really good speed to bring over into cross country.
Talk about last season.
Yeah,
Not to get injured.
yeah. Um, so, and again, kind of going back into cross country. Um, do you have any like favorite courses that you like? I assume maybe Foot Locker because you have ran there so many times, but is there one that kind of sticks out?
I do. Across there's one in Newberry that I ran
Oh,
at.
yep.
I like the grass. It's all grass course. It's very hilly, and is wide open.
Yeah. Newberry is one that I think a lot of people love it and they hate it. I've heard like off and on of enjoying the course. You're probably one of the few that actually enjoy the Newberry course. Um, but I like it. I've been there a few times and have thought it's always nice to be able to kind of maneuver around and everything. Now, the relationship between obviously a father and son is something, but your dad also he coaches you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how is that relationship? Is he like when you see him? Do you see him as that kind of coach? Is he big on the coaching and then he switches it off at home as to where he's dad, or like how have you enjoyed that relationship?
I enjoy it very much, and
You're good. Yeah.
yeah. I do see him as a coach, and I do see him as my father.
Yeah. I think that's it's unique, and I think you see it kind of within the state where uh, a parent is coaching, but I think it's always fascinating to have that kind of relationship with your father, and because he can kind of. It's one thing for a coach to know your strengths and weaknesses running, but he knows your strengths and weaknesses, all outside of running as well, and I think that actually can really play a really big role into how you run, and obviously the success that you've had with running. When you look back at cross country last season, how do you feel it went overall?
It went very well. I still ran good times. I run a strategy. I do run a strategy, how to run the race.
And what is that strategy? What kind of strategy do you have?
Actually, I'm gonna use track. So
Track?
so in the 1600 first lap I start off fast enough, not too fast or too slow, but just fast enough. And
Yeah.
and Russell you gotta know how to run the splits. And then like last lap you pick it up even more.
Yeah, for track is interesting too, and we can get into that right now. Because I've seen you've run indoor track and outdoor track. Do you have one that you prefer over the other? Do you like indoor or do you like outdoor more?
I like both indoor and outdoor.
Yeah. Is there a preference or it doesn't really matter?
I've said the indoor I do like it more.
Yeah. Indoor is definitely unique. I sadly have not had the opportunity to run indoors before, so I'm jealous of you. Uh, Now we go into again. Let's go into track a little bit. So, picking an event that you enjoy. It seems like you primarily like running the 800-meter run. Um, is that accurate, or do you like the mile just as much?
I like the 1600 more than the 800 and a mile.
Really? Oh
Yes.
wow. Because your 800 is so good, man. Like 202, like dude, you're blazing fast. That's crazy. Um, it's so cool to and the thing is that you don't really see too many cross country runners have the kind of speed you have. Um, Especially across the board. Now, there's obviously some guys who are running like low 15 minutes and they can crank out some really fast eights. But across the big spectrum of it, you don't see that kind of speed that you have to be able to translate. 202 though, obviously, I'm sure you're trying to go sub two. I'm sure that's a big goal of yours. What do you think you need to kind of work on to be able to achieve that goal?
Doing cross training, biking, aqua runs in the pool, uh, speed jump ropes, and also sprints on the track. Like doing the present run 400s, 800s, 200s, doing some 600s.
And so, because I know you said you kind of like, I guess it's kind of it's middle distance, but 1600 meter mile, you prefer that over the 8. Um, is that because you just have more time in the mile? Obviously, 4 laps compared to 2 laps, or because like I said, you run the 800 so well, but it is a hard race because I feel like you don't really have too much time to think. You kind of just have to go. So is that a reason why you like the mile kind of a bit more?
Yes, sir. I like more laps.
The more laps, yeah. I that is I think that's what a lot of people kind of tend, again, as cross country runners. Um, the more laps, I feel like you have just more time to be able to kind of maneuver, to kind of plan out some things. I was kind of that guy. I like the 32 kind of a lot more than the mile and the 800. I don't have your speed, never had your speed, so I'm jealous. But you ran the 32 and 10:15, which is like you only did it like one time. Why only one time? I'm curious.
Because I wanted to see where I was at.
Yeah, and did you like the event? Would you want to do it again, or was it just too far on the track? Because 8 laps can be quite a bit.
I would like to do it again, maybe one more time.
Yeah, I think it really is like most people choose the 8 and the 16, or the 16 and the 32. But to be an 800 meter guy and a 3200 meter guy, that is a huge spectrum. But clearly your results show that like that you can do it, and that's why I'm so curious of like you have just the pure speed to do the 8, and it shows that it translates over to the 32. Um, Now, when you look at your track season this past year, obviously some really great times. Um, how do you think it went? Did you feel like you accomplished everything you wanted to do?
Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm still running the Adidas National this weekend, so I have a better idea on the mile.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Your dad did mention that doing Adidas, I believe it is this weekend. That's pretty cool. Again, to have the opportunity to run a national caliber meet like that, um, is I think it's totally unique and in a runner's experience. I think there's a lot of kids that don't have the opportunity to do it. So for you to be able to go out there and do it, I guess yeah, that really would mean uh, run that race and then come back on and let us know how you think the season went. And that's why I say like it's kind of unique because we are still in track season. Track season is so long now that we really haven't thought about cross country kind of coming up. But looking back at cross country from last season and obviously how you've run this season in track, do you have goals for cross country? Improving your 5K time. Do you have any goals like time wise of where you would want to be at?
Yes, sir. So I wanted to finish that. It's me 16, 15 or 16 flat.
There you go, man. Brother, I am going to be rooting for you so much to do that. My PR is 16:13 in high school. I would absolutely, dude. We're going to be rooting for you. We're going to put it on the channel. We want you to break that PR, to break my PR, man. put me to shame. You've already crushed my 800. Like I said, I wasn't an 800 guy. I think I ran like 205 doing a 4x8 one time, a couple times, but nowhere near what you're doing. So yes, we're gonna do that this season. You're gonna do it. When you look at, because again, track is so different than cross country, and the training is different because it's just maybe not as quick speed work in there, maybe just longer runs. When you finish this last meet, how long of a break are you going to take? Do you know that yet, or
2 weeks break.
2 weeks? And then after that, what do you think your cross country training is going to be like? Is it longer? Is it shorter distances? I think everybody's kind of unique and different of how they approach cross country. Some guys do high miles, some are lower miles. Like, what is your approach?
It'll be cross train. So it'll be aqua runs, bands exercises, be soft tissue strengths. Then it'll be weight training, upper body and lower body workout. Biking, 1 to 1 hour outdoors, and plyometrics, and also base miles.
Yeah, there you go, man. Honestly, that is I love when student athletes come on and they tell us their plan. I always say, like, I'm gonna write that down, man, because it's a good plan you got there. And it's cool, it's unique because everybody kind of has a way of getting to their goals and critiquing things and what works for them. It's always kind of cool to hear. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, we're gonna be rooting for you. I am gonna hold you to it. You're gonna train hard. You're gonna run this last meet hard, and then you're gonna take a break, get ready for cross country, and you're gonna break 16:13, get us close, and hey, maybe even sub 16, 15:59. All right. So again, thanks for coming on, man. I would love to have you on again, and we will definitely catch up and see how everything's going.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.